Hello and welcome to Splatoon Gamer on Twitch. This is Holiday Buying Guide 2022, Episode 2, Splatoon 3. So, yesterday, or whatever day it was, you may have seen me play some Shredder's Revenge. That is a game I absolutely recommend. That is a definitive yes. Should you buy it, go for it. Now, today we're doing Splatoon 3, a game that came out this year, has single player, multiplayer, co-op. You're probably familiar with the series at this point. Alright, cool. So... Oh, no, stop talking. This guy, oh man. He's a nice guy, but he just does not stop talking. Yeah, so here's an idea of the type of guns you can get in this game, and as you can see there's duplicates, but they have different sub-weapons and specials on them. And then you gotta level up or get more tickets to get, you know, other stuff here. But the higher level guns are not necessarily better, they're just different loadouts. Yeah, well, that's cool. Yeah, see, there's stuff you can get from amiibos. So when you go to order the gear, it's like, nah, you can't. Oh, I want those. Alright, hang on. Alright. So yeah, if you see somebody wearing something that you want, you can try to order it. Although it may cost 30 grand, and then it may not have those same abilities, and it's weird. But anywho. So first thing I'm going to say about this game, it's probably the best multiplayer game that's released this year. Mainly, if we talk about accessibility, and what I mean is like financial accessibility, right? So you consider the fact that the Switch, sure, it's been on the market for 5 years now, but the most expensive model is $350. So the Switch OLED, I think, is worth every penny, especially if you play in handheld mode a lot. So you're looking at $200 for the Switch Lite, $300 for the regular model, $350 for the OLED. We're looking at a $60 price tag for the game, which is still a lot, but it's not $70. Then the Switch Online service, the bottom tier is $20 a year if you want to play online. So when we consider that PS5 and Series X, yes, they're new consoles, but they're also $500. They charge $50 or $60 a year minimum to play online, right? So Gold, I think, is $50 a year. PlayStation Plus, the bottom essential tier, is still $60 a year to play online. You know, games like Call of Duty and Battlefield, they're charging you $70. You have to buy the cross-gen bundle or whatever, and that's just stupid. So when we look at it from that perspective, like, this is a game that is marketed to kids and teenagers, and it's just going to be more accessible to everybody just because, you know, you got a lower price tag. Now, the other part of it is that, so there is no voice chat or text chat during battles unless you, like, if you want to talk to your friends, you can get the app on your phone or Discord or whatever. But I think that's a good thing. You don't have to worry about, like, your kids getting, like, cussed out for being too good or not being good or whatever. You don't have to worry about them seeing hate speech come up in the chat. So this is a game where it's like you don't have to shut it off when the kids walk in the room, you know what I mean? And they can play it together. But you're going to want to wait for the kids to go to bed, probably, because they're going to want to play it. They're going to be, like, climbing all over you, trying to get the controller. So, It's a good, wholesome kind of family game that you can play. You know, you don't have to spend $500 on a console and then $70 on the game and then another 50 or 60 to get the plus or gold or whatever. So, and of course, it is a Nintendo exclusive, so you have to get a Switch if you want to play it. Now, and unlike those other games that I mentioned, this does have a single player. Like, it's something we used to take for granted, but now a lot of games are shipping with no single player campaign. Like Overwatch 2, which isn't really a sequel anyways, and Battlefield 2042, which is also just a horrible game. You know, and then you don't have to sign in just to play offline single player by yourself. So that's another thing. Any Blizzard game you play on PC, guess what? You want to play by yourself, too bad. You still have to have internet, you still have to sign into your account. So this definitely, you know, in terms of financial accessibility, in terms of not requiring an internet connection for all of the modes, and for the amount of content. You have single player, you have online competitive multiplayer, but you also have co-op. The second game introduced the survival mode, and wait, what? I did not oh, maybe I did. I don't know. So, what was I saying? So yeah. It's like you don't have to spend a fortune to play this game, and you don't have to sign in, so we look at accessibility. Some people maybe don't have internet, or they just don't have fast internet. They don't have a reliable connection, so you know, this is something you can play by yourself on the go. You also can do private matches with your friends, which is good. The second game introduced the survival mode, but there were all these restrictions on when you could play it, right? It would be active for like a day, but then not the next day. It was stupid. Now it's accessible 24/7. So I just went into regular battle, which is just your standard quick play mode, and all you get is turf war. If you go into anarchy battles, then you'll see the other modes the game has to offer, and those are your ranked modes, basically. Now, of course, I'm not even going to pretend to be good at this game. What is coming after me here? Okay. Well, I want to pass them. Okay, see how quickly you can get splatted if you're not careful. So what's great about Turf War is you don't really need skill. Like, if you're not good at taking people out and racking up kills, it's fine. And this is what I was talking about, you know, in terms of like family accessibility and stuff. Like, you know, you don't have to be good at the game to contribute to the match. Turf War, the goal is to cover turf. It really doesn't matter how many people you kill. So the game doesn't have as steep a learning curve, and it's objective based, and that's all good. Now, that having been said, though, you're still going to run into people who are just insanely good, and they'll just keep killing you over and over again. The game can still be frustrating against highly skilled players if, you know, you're not willing and able to really put the time into the game to get good at it. So, like, I'm not even trying to, like, take people out right now. Not that I can't, it's just that I'm just trying to play the objective right now. And then you can still get assists and whatnot, so. I'm using the roller because that's the best weapon for covering terrain, which is ultimately the objective. So your team can get completely destroyed in terms of kills. You could be a horrible player or just have a bad match, and your team can still win. Conversely, it's like the opposite can be true too, like where you can be absolutely amazing and dominating, and then you could still end up losing because they just got slightly more territory, you know? Oh, man. Now, what I kind of alluded to already is just the fact that... Alright, so we totally lost. Yeah. So I spent a lot of time trying to cover terrain. I got 2 kills. I died a couple times, but ultimately we lost. So this is Turf War. This is the main mode. Even if you're in a really bad match, it's only 2 minutes long. So you can sit through it. But of course the game likes... This is one of those games that wants to punish you for quitting matches. You get this snarky message saying, "Whoa, dude, not cool. Why'd you disconnect?" And it's like, well, you know. So I kind of alluded to the fact that you don't get to design your own loadout here, which I guess makes sense. That's how they can balance everything. But it's not like Call of Duty or Battlefield where you get to design your entire loadout. This is, you pick the weapon you want, and you just get what you get. You get, you know, see now I've got just a grenade here. And that's how they try to balance it. But as you keep unlocking, as you keep leveling up, you don't really unlock new weapons per se. Like, you hit a point where you have all of the different weapon types, but you're able to get additional loadouts that are maybe slightly different. So it kind of sucks that you don't have that full customization, but you can customize appearance, and you have different abilities attached to different pieces of equipment, which is cool. So, let's say you find some gear that looks really cool, then there is a whole long, arduous process to go through that will let you kind of put in whatever abilities you want, you know. Yeah, so, like I said, I'm not really that good at the game, but I can still rack up some kills under the right circumstances. The roller is great for territory, but it is a melee weapon. So melee weapons do a lot of damage in this game, but of course, limited range. So you kind of have to sneak up on people if possible. And basically, you've got to go into squid mode. You can swim around to move around faster, but also that's how you get your ammo back, and you can see you have a limited amount in your tank here. And your sub-weapons take up a lot, see? Now, what can happen a lot is that you may end up getting really ugly gear that has the abilities you want, and you may end up getting really cool-looking gear that does not. So, as you saw at the start of the stream, I decided to buy something that I ordered. You know, if somebody was wearing this really cool leather jacket, I'm like, oh, I want that. But now I have to level it up to unlock the ability slots. And then I decided to re-roll my headphones to get different abilities. Yeah, see, this team seems to be doing a little better. Oh. And just like all those other games I keep talking about, you have snipers, and they are assholes. But that gun, as you can see, it's high damage, but you have to be very precise, and it's low rate of fire. So, yeah, attempts were made to balance out the weapons. And there's enough weapons that, you know, you'll find something that you like, probably. Now, who wins? Let's find out. So the game kind of has this, like, outright refusal to adopt genre standards, which is good and bad. So, I mean, this is the third game in the series, and it's really no different from the first two. So when you first start playing it, you think, oh, this is unique, this is different, I like what's going on here. But then you do find yourself questioning, like, why don't they just do this? Why don't they just do that? Like, you'll notice that there's like, they don't put all the maps in the rotation, right? So they rotate the maps you get 2 maps like every 2 hours. So it is kind of frustrating to have to keep playing the same map or the same 2 maps over and over again. I don't know why they don't just put all the maps in the rotation like every other game, Halo Infinite, Call of Duty, you name it. The other thing is, in regular mode, you only get Turf War. And in the ranked battles, they rotate the maps and the modes. Like, there's 3 modes that you only get in the Anarchy battles, right? That's the ranked mode. So, Anarchy, you never get Turf War. Regular, you only get Turf War. I was playing some Rainmaker, which is kind of like Kill the Carrier. And it was like, okay, yeah, this is fine, but you know, the game is kind of trying to dictate when you play, because if it's a map you don't like or a mode you don't like, then too bad. You know, you set aside some time in your day to play this, and then you don't even get to play the mode that you want. And that's kind of frustrating. So it's very chaotic, it's very fast-paced. Yeah. So I kind of wish I could just tell the game, okay, you know what, I want to do the tower mode, you know? And I kind of wish you could get all the maps in the rotation all the time, instead of just once every, you know, changing every 2 hours or so. Now, so since launch, they just released a decent-sized update that did add some new maps and stuff. So another thing worth mentioning, this game does not have Battle Pass, loot boxes, none of that shit. Everything in the game is unlocked through play. Without, you know what I mean? You don't have to spend any extra money, and that's important. And they keep releasing free content updates, too, so... So, yeah, just like the second game, they're planning on doing, you know, fairly regular content updates, plus ranked mode does reset. They just reset the rankings, which was kind of irritating because I got put back down to the bottom. So it looks to me like when they reset the rankings at the start of each season, which means that you may get your ass kicked by, like, really high-level people because everybody's in that bottom tier now, you know? But I suppose that, you know, fixes itself within a few weeks as the better players move up. Now, what I noticed when I was playing Anarchy mode, I noticed that for each win, I was getting 8 points. For each loss, I was losing 1 point. But you need 200 points to go to the next rank. And I'm like, well, that's like 25 matches. That's a lot. You got to win 25 matches to move up in rank. It looks like we got it that time. Oh, yeah. So the objective is cover the most turf. So it's similar to Battlefield in that you can rack up points and help your team win without getting a single kill, which I think is cool. Whereas like Call of Duty has like the every man for himself kind of thing, and Halo kind of does too. Okay, so I just did that. Now, just to give you a sense of what I was talking about before, if I go in here, so to do the series, you have to spend some of your points. It's like, I don't want to do that. And I don't really like Rainmaker that much anyway. So you see how for each mode, there's 2 maps, or 2 stages. And it changes, I think, every hour or every 2 hours or so. But it's like, why not just put all of the maps in the rotation all the time? You know? And why can't I play Rainmaker in regular battle, and why can't I play Turf War in Anarchy battle? I don't get it. Of course you can do private matches, but then I'd have to find, you know, 7 other people who have the game, and I don't like playing with strangers, and I don't know. I like that the game doesn't have voice or text chat, but there's an app you can get on your phone, or you can just use Discord if you want to talk to people. Good luck with that. Okay. So when the game first came out, it carried over my rank from the second game, which I guess I was at a B or something. But now I got knocked down to C-, and I don't know when or if I'm ever going to get out of it. And then they're just probably going to reset the rankings again at the start of the next season. It's like, I don't know. I guess I'm just not one of those people who can pick one game and play it all day, every day, for years of my life. Oh, nice. Alright, so this is kind of like a King of the Hill type mode. Okay, got it. Yeah, this is like the only competitive multiplayer game, though, where I still have fun even when I lose. I can still come away from it being like, oh, that was fun, or, you know, I did my best and it almost worked. This is pretty wild, huh? Now, you are going to have matches where you just get absolutely steamrolled. I guess he's invincible, or I kept hitting the hammer or something. Wipeout means the whole team got taken out, but in most matches you don't, you know, you respawn pretty quickly, so. And these matches can go until, like, if you're neck and neck, then it will go into overtime in some instances, so. But these matches tend to be longer, but they can also be potentially shorter, depending on how well you do and whatever. So. Oh. Nice. See, you get matches like this where it's like, okay, yeah. Well, that wasn't too hard. So if you manage to actually hit the score limit, then it is a knockout. You get the full 500 points. Okay. Yeah, see, I got 8 points. That's it. I'm in bottom rank, and it's gonna take fucking forever to move up. And you can see that, like, clearly you can see, okay, I'm like average skill level here. So if I were to play it all day, every day, then yeah, I'm sure I could get better at it, but whatever. And now, I'm really impressed at how good this game looks, too. Like, I can't believe this is Switch right now. Yeah, but you look at the reflections and stuff. This is just a really great looking game. It's a fun game. There's no frame rate issues. So this is a game I can definitely recommend to pretty much anybody. Just keep in mind, though, that the main focus is the multiplayer. So I didn't beat the single-player story mode yet, but I think it's only 5 or 6 hours long. So it's an easy game to recommend, except people who don't really play online that much, because that is the focus of the game. All right. But even you look at the backgrounds and the depth of field, and you know, this is like, it just makes you wonder, why couldn't Pokemon Scarlet and Violet look like this? And maybe they would have if maybe they just needed more time or a higher budget or something. I don't know. Under different circumstances, we could get a Pokemon game that looks this good. Or we can only hope, right? Oh, that's right. See, and sometimes I forget that I'm playing a different mode, and I keep trying to cover territory, even though this is not... Yeah. So it's like, I'm just sitting here like, wait a minute, buddy, you're not in turf war. You gotta actually go to the objective here. Let me just move this over a little bit. Okay. Oh, sorry, team. Yeah, see, now we seem to be the worst team this time around. Oh yeah, and those fucking paintbrush users, oh, they're the worst. Apparently some people can mash the right trigger much faster than I can. You know? Apparently. Yeah, I never use the paintbrush because I can't mash the button fast enough to do what some of these people do. Alright, where is it? Did it move again, or is it still over there? I don't know. Wow, okay. See, that's the thing. You tell it you want to stay with the same team, but then either that doesn't happen, or you get tougher opponents, or something. I don't know. And so you have matches like this where it's like, okay, now we're the ones getting completely dominated. So all I can think is that maybe they do need to work on the matchmaking a little bit. I have gotten some pretty one-sided matches. So, like, there's matches where it's like, yeah, that wasn't winnable. So what are you going to do? And every game has that problem where you're just going to have those unwinnable matches. Yeah, so I only lose 1 point, but still, that was a waste of time because I can't move up, you know? So where am I? So I had 513 points. So, yeah, but so, yeah, look at their kills. 9988, 5421. We just couldn't get it. So it's not that the kills don't matter, it's just that they don't contribute to score. But obviously when you kill somebody, then there's a delay before they respawn and all that. So now there's some other stuff in here, like you get a locker that you can customize or something. I don't know where that even is. Oh, that's in here? Oh, okay, I've never even been in here before. Okay. Let's just check this out. It's another feature. Okay. Okay, I've never even done this before. What? So this is like a physics-based thing here? Okay. Yeah, alright, whatever. Don't care. Sure. I don't know. Don't care. Oh, okay, and these are the other people I played with recently. Oh, got it. Alright. So yeah, apparently you can do some neat stuff in this game. Oh, see? Yeah, okay. If that's your thing, great, but I'm like, I don't care. Okay, let's go out here. Now, the other thing to talk about is the Splatfest. So, every couple of months or so, they do what's called a Splatfest. It's a temporary event for like a whole weekend where you can get, you know, there's like gear you can unlock only during that time, and everything, you can get extra money, I think, and other things. So, the thing is that for this entry, they made a big deal about the tricolor turf war. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so that's just going to be 3 teams, and they'll make some bigger maps, you know, to accommodate it. Oh, that'll be fun, right? No. Tricolor Turf War, it's 2 teams of 4, and then the third team only has 2 people. And so the team with 2 people, it's whatever, like, whichever of the 3 Splatfest teams, like, so the Splatfest will ask you a question, and you pick one of 3 responses, and that's the team you end up on. So the team with the highest score ends up being the defending team in Tricolor Turf War. It's all complicated and stupid. Not to mention the fact that you don't even get to play it. You tell the game you want to do Tricolor Turf War, and it'll sit there for a minute and then just dump you into a regular match anyway. So there's all these stipulations on how that all works, and it's like, it's just stupid. You'd think that the new mode would be available all the time. You'd think it would just be 3 teams of 4 fighting on the same map. Why do they have to make it all complicated? Why do they have to put restrictions on when and how you can play that mode? It's friggin' stupid. Yeah, so I really like the roller, but none of the roller loadouts have the special and secondary weapon that I want. There's a new sword weapon that is kind of stupid. I don't know what an ink vac is, but I know what splash wall does. Now, when the game first came out, I had some golden tickets that'll get you any weapon you want for just 1 ticket. And of course, I blew them all on stupid crap. I was hoping there was another end zapper with better stuff on it, but I guess not. Yeah, so Reef Slider is dumb. I don't know what Ink Vac does. Burst Bomber Trizooka. Okay, so there's different types of rollers too. Okay. I'm just gonna do that. If I bring up the menu here, Yeah, see, look. Okay, so every 2 hours they change the maps in each mode, but then in Anarchy Battles they change the mode too. So you either get Splat Zones, Rainmaker, there's some kind of tower mode that I think is cool, and then there's this something with clams, some clam mode. It's stupid. So that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say you decided, okay, I'm going to play from 9 to 11, and you log in, and it's like, oh, but I don't want to play Splat Zones, or I don't want to play Rainmaker. Too bad. You know? And then, so here's the thing with Salmon Run. Salmon Run used to be that it was only available on certain days. Now it's available all the time, but as you can see, they only change the map once every, like, 36 hours, or 48 hours. It's like, well, that's stupid. But anyways, this is the, let's see, what do I have to, oh, Grisco. So this is the co-op mode. Let me go play this so you can check it out. Okay. So yeah, and then you can do co-op with friends in a private app. I don't know if you can do couch co-op, though. It might be online only. But this is a mode where 4 people team up on a particular map, and you've got to collect these eggs. It's a survival mode, so there's waves of enemies, but you also have to collect these eggs and deposit them into there. Now, the only thing that's weird about this mode is you don't get to pick your loadout. There's a total of 4 loadouts, and each person gets a different one, but then it changes at certain intervals. So this can get frustrating when you get stuck with a weapon that you don't like. And of course, I love the music in this mode. It sounds like Primus. It's awesome. Okay, so I happen to like this gun, but it's like, well, why don't you just let us pick the guns we want? And I hate the bucket, and I don't like the sniper rifle thing, and I don't like the umbrella, and so I may get stuck with something I don't want for one of the waves. Oh. Okay, I never saw a boss show up right at the beginning. Save me! Okay, so you have these boss enemies, as you can see, that are insanely powerful, so if you're not paying attention, they can absolutely one-shot you. But you can revive people. As long as one person is alive, you have a chance to stay in the game. So, this is a good gun because it doesn't require that much accuracy and it's high damage. But it does have limited range. And a lot of people think it's OP, and I wouldn't be surprised if it got nerfed since the last time I played. So despite there being no, whatchamacallit, no communication, or no, I mean, yeah. So despite there being no voice chat, no text chat, you can still do like emotes and stuff. You can still say booyah, or this way if you want people to go to where you are. So at least there are those, you know, non-invasive ways to communicate with people that you can't really abuse too much, I don't think, if at all. So I like this gun, but let's see what I get stuck with the next wave. Oh, goddamn umbrella. Ugh. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this gun requires me to continually mash the button to shoot things. And then sometimes the water level rises, see? So you gotta make sure you don't step in it. No, this is a really neat mode. It's better than your typical survival modes, at least the ones I used to play a lot. So no, it's not going to have the complexity or the challenge of, you know, say, Nazi zombies, but I'm okay with that. So this is just a very unique game, very unique series. There are definitely some quality of life improvements over the second game. There's absolutely no reason to play the first game now. Oh yeah, look at all these bosses coming in, holy shit. Oops. Alright. Tried to use my special and that didn't really pan out. And as you can see, you have to get a certain number of golden eggs in order to proceed, but you typically end up with more, and the more you get, the more points you get. It's pretty cool. Now I've just got a normal gun. Excellent. A normal rapid-fire gun. Yeah, I don't know how to shoot the umbrella like that guy just did. Oh well. Ah! Ah, alright, good. I don't know if you know this or not, but salmon are pretty fucking ugly. Not as ugly as these guys, but... You ever seen what a salmon actually looks like? They're gross. They taste amazing, but they're gross. Ah, I gotcha. Ha ha. So... Yeah, you gotta... Each of these salmonoid boss guys has a weakness that you gotta exploit. Unfortunately, could not get those eggs. Oh well. Get to the chopper! So there you go, 3 rounds. And they're exclusive rewards to this mode. 46 golden eggs, good. That was fun. It's fun, except that for the next 2 days, it's this one map over and over and over again. And this has a whole separate leveling system. But you see how I get rewards for getting points. So it's pretty neat. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so what the game does now, like when it first came out, sometimes people would quit and then you'd be stuck with, you know, less people. But now it seems to do this thing where if one person quits, it just cancels the whole match for everybody. Although it doesn't count as a loss for the people who stayed in, you know, or tried to stay in, rather. Alright, so I gotta go all the way back here and talk to him again, apparently. Alright. So I'd really like to see this franchise just go further, you know? So it's the third game in the series. Nothing has really changed that much from the first game. But I mean, they've refined it in different ways, and it is more polished now. There are more maps and stuff than there used to be. And that's all good. But I'd like to see this franchise go further, just other entries that maybe are different genres. I think that'd be cool. Like, what if there was a Splatoon platformer? You know? What if there was a Splatoon first-person shooter? I don't know. I'm just saying, it would be really cool to see what else they could do with this franchise. Oh. Okay. So, you know, that just happened. The water immediately rose up and killed me. What is this? I don't get it. Never seen that before. Listen to that music. Or, you know, don't listen to it if, you know, Nintendo ends up doing a copyright claim and I have to fucking mute it. Like, seriously, Nintendo, like, this is basically free advertising for you, and I'm not even monetizing it. I haven't made a dime on this platform yet, so, you know. Wow. Let's just say I really hope the music doesn't get muted when this goes over to YouTube. No, really, it sounds like something off of Primus's Pork Soda album. I love it. And of course, there's now the Lennon Claypool Delirium, which is Sean Lennon and Les Claypool. And of course, Sean Lennon is the son of John Lennon. And if you don't know who John Lennon is, get the fuck out. That's also worth listening to. Alright, so we met our quota already. But you get more points if you go beyond that, of course. Right? Ah! Hate that guy. Alright, we got him. Cool beans. No! Oh, okay, if I hold it long enough, then it'll eventually shoot out. Okay. Or do I have to recover it? Okay. Okay, I've never used that special before, so I have no idea what I just did. Ah! So if you're up late tomorrow night, check out twitch.tv/AskWheels. That is a friend of mine, and I'll be on there playing games with him. And we talk about things, and it's fun. So you can check that out. So we usually start around 11 or midnight Eastern Standard Time. It's called Sunday Night Shenanigans. Yeah, I'm not good with this stupid umbrella, so maybe I should just stay back here. Get in the chopper, okay. So I like this mode, but I've done this map, like, so many times before. This map was in the second game. Like, I want to play a different map, and I don't want to wait, you know, till tomorrow. Like, it's stupid. So it's like I was trying to say, like, there's times where, you know, so the game is trying to be unique, and that's a good thing. But being unique just for the sake of being unique, that can get annoying. So I want to keep playing this mode, but I don't feel like doing that map anymore, and I don't want to get stuck with the goddamn umbrella. So that's it. I'm done. I'm gonna go back to Turf War, I guess. But now the stages don't change until 11, and I want to go to bed at 11. I want to finish streaming at 11, so what are you going to do? Yeah, I don't like Rainmaker. Well, let's see if I can get any new gear. So for the benefit of people who have not played these games, as you level up, new gear becomes available in the shop. I don't know what that means. So here's something that looks kind of cool, but I don't know what that ability is really going to do for me. And then sometimes something you already have will show up here, and you have the option to upgrade it. Okay. Oh, okay, so I'd be able to trade it. If it's the same item with different abilities, I could trade it. Okay. Oh, look, a bowler hat. Yo, that's snazzy. Alright, yeah, I want that. Okay. Nah, I just got this leather jacket. Shark moccasins. Oh, see, I gotta save up 30,000 gold, though, to buy those boots I wanted once they come in. And then here you can buy a bunch of cosmetic stuff for your locker. I guess. I don't know. And then there's a card game. I don't like card games. Yeah. I guess the game has a lot more replay value if you're into all that cosmetic stuff. So I got knocked down to C-. And sometimes I see people wearing really awesome gear and it tells me I can't order it. And I found out that there's stuff you only get through Amiibos. So great. So that's, you know, a $13 paywall, right? I was collecting Amiibos when they were new, and most of them only worked in Smash Bros. And I had some of them that I didn't open, but then I decided to open them one day, and in the end I just ended up bringing them all to GameStop. So like those gold shoes. You see, look, so the Lime Ski Jacket, not for sale. Why? Yeah, like I don't actually want it, but why can't I order it? Who knows? Who knows? Oh, I got my Steam Deck today, by the way. Oh yeah, that seems to have maybe a little more range than the other carbon roller. But more importantly, I get... Okay, so I get the mine that I can just put anywhere and somebody might step on it. Got it. So all of the carbon rollers are similar in that it's a one-hit kill if you can hit somebody while you're rolling. Oh, that's pretty neat. Okay. That's a lot better than the thing that just puts up a temporary shield. Like many online multiplayer games, it is a lot more fun if you have a friend to play it with. So one of my friends does have the game. And we did play it when it was new, but whatever. But it's not the kind of game that you have to play all day, every day to be good at, which is good. You can stop playing for a while and still jump back in, and you know, it's not terrible. But like every match that you play contributes to your score and your money, your you know, you're always progressing towards something is what I'm saying, which is nice. Gotcha. Ah. There's 3 people with carbon rollers on the other team. Okay. Let's see how this plays out. We might get our asses kicked. So it annoys me when people don't ink the base. It's like it doesn't take that long, you know? But then there's people who will tell you, no, it's... You know, they'll say... No, you're not supposed to ink empty turf. You're only supposed to ink their turf because it lowers their score while raising yours simultaneously. But whatever, everybody's got different ideas about strategy here, but some people just take it way too seriously is what I'm saying. What? What's this? Oh, okay. Inkback. I still don't know what an inkback is. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, the more powerful weapon or specials take a lot longer to unlock, to a point where you may never actually end up unlocking it. So. And the second I engage it, I get hit, and now I respawn with nothing. So it would be really great if your special didn't reset when you die. Yeah, so we might win this. I don't know. It's hard to tell. You're better off just not even looking at the map. You know, you're better off just... Well, we got wiped out, but it's okay. I don't know if we got this or not. All I know is I was about to use my special and I got killed, and that was stupid. As you can see, when I step in their ink, I get slowed down. Who wins? We won by 0.4%. Okay, so I guess that worked out. Look at me, I'm the bowler hat guy. Hello, governor. Alright. Oh, it's almost 11. Yeah. Sure, keep going, why not? Oh, I sucked. It's saying I used my special once, even though I didn't. I got killed as soon as I did it. Alright. So it looks like this carbon roller is a little bit thinner. I think, maybe. I don't know. But it's got more range when I do this, so that's fine. What is happening? Why is it dropping frames? Maybe this is just what happens when you play online games and try to live stream them. $20 megabit upload, but, you know, it's a little windy out and it's been raining, so who fucking knows, right? Comcast service or any internet service can just shit itself at any time for any reason. Yeah. Apparently they can see my mines, because I have yet to get a single kill with mines, so... So this is a game that's easy to recommend. It's just that if you're not really into multiplayer, you may want to wait for a sale, although Nintendo's first-party games typically don't go on sale very often or at very high discounts, so I don't know. Oh, wow, just got 2 people. That's good. Yeah, I like the music in this game, just all around. Wow, I think we have someone who's not playing. That's great. It's like it takes anywhere from 1 to like 6 hits to die. And that's another thing I find odd. Like, sometimes I hit somebody a good 5-6 times, they don't die, and then I get one-shotted. But I don't think this game has headshots. So I'm not really sure how the damage works at times. Ah, dang it. This thing sucks. So this is the penalty, though. You know what I mean? I pick a different carbon roller that has a better special, and they punish me by giving it worse ammo capacity. You know what I mean? But if they let you completely do your own loadout, then what? Then everybody would just be using the same stuff. Yeah, so leveling up a new piece of gear can also be time consuming. Let me just see here. This, yeah, see how the stats are a little bit different, but I don't want the big bubbler. Big bubbler sucks. And the curling bomb isn't much better. Reef slider sucks. Crab tank is pretty cool. Alright, let me try these. So in regular battle, you can switch gear between battles. But in Anarchy battle, you have to completely back out to change your loadout, and then it puts you back in the bottom of the queue, you know? Of course, the kind of a waste, but yeah, a lot of people do that. As soon as you use your special, they immediately try to counter you. Yeah, see, that's the other thing with the splat roller, like, it is a melee weapon, so if you see them coming, you got them, you know? Or if you're using it, you do got to try to sneak up on them a little bit. Wow! Okay, see, this time my team is dominating. Okay. Well, that's cool. You see what I mean, though? Sometimes I get kills without really even trying too hard. I hit them a couple times and they die, but then other times, I tell you, there's times I unload so many bullets on these people and they don't die. Maybe there is some kind of headshot system that I'm just not aware of. I don't know. Or it just doesn't tell you. Alright. It's good when I can give as good as I get, you know what I mean? Yeah, if I was playing Call of Duty right now, I would be like cussing like a sailor, seriously. I'd be like bitching and moaning the whole time about how unfair it is, oh, people are too good, people have no lives. It's like, no, this game is fun. Even when I lose, it's still fun. I still feel like I'm contributing, I feel like I'm working towards something. Yeah, these splat roller people, man, they don't, man, they like, they're just like walking into the meat grinder. Wow. Let's see, did we win? I think, yeah, okay. We won by a lot. So the splat roller is the best weapon for covering terrain, but you got to use it properly. You know, you got to focus on that. Like, you can't keep trying to rush towards people who have ranged weapons, because they'll probably see you and then shoot you. Oh, I did awesome that time, see? But this is what I mean, though. Like, we've got, like, the 3 best people are all on the same team, you know? I guess it can't be helped. It's just going to happen sometimes. And this isn't Anarchy Battle, so it's not like it has any rankings to go by. It's basically quick match. So, okay. Whatever. I got some dropped frames, and my only thought is that it's just because I'm streaming an online game. But, you know, I pay $100 a month for internet. I bought my own modem and router that are much better than what they would lease to me at their ridiculous, you know, rental fee. I got 600 megabits down, 20 megabits up, and it still shits itself sometimes. Just can't be helped. Oh, I didn't know they could splat me while I was in my crab tank. Okay. Alright, team. We really got to fill in these empty spaces here. It doesn't take that long. Yeah, if you ever like lose by like 0.1%, then it's like, that's totally avoidable. But so now here's the thing. You have one match where you're totally dominating them and you actually feel sorry for them. But then the very next match, the tables are turned, you know? Of course, some of the secondary weapons just use up a lot of ink, so you gotta be careful. Maybe if I just played the game more, I would become more aware of, like, the damage fall-off range and, you know, whatnot. So the goal is to ink plenty of terrain so you and your teammates can more easily traverse the map. That's always important. Yeah, just can't quite get the drop on this guy, but I think I got an assist from a teammate there, so that was nice. That's my goal in life, is to make children cry. I can just imagine some, like, 10-year-old kid like, "Mommy, Joey keeps killing me." What time is it? It's almost 11 p.m. here on the East Coast. Yeah, it's, the game is very grindy, and some people think that's a good thing. I don't know. Like I said, you always have something to work towards, but man, it fucking takes forever. And now they're going to change the maps and the modes right when I want to stop. So maybe I should have planned it better. Maybe if I streamed from, 8 to 10, then I would have been able to get 4 maps instead of just the same 2. But my goal was to stream from 9 to 11, and I started late. So. But yeah, this isn't meant to be like a full completionist playthrough or anything like that. It's just show you the game, talk about the game. Should you buy it? Should you not buy it? This game, if you're only going to play single player, then definitely wait for a sale. Otherwise, pay the $60. It's worth it. Yeah, see, this is what it does. Somebody disconnected, so now we all get disconnected, and we have to go back in the queue and wait for another match. And then let's say your internet craps out, or your game crashes, or something. You'll get this, like, snarky, passive-aggressive message like, "Whoa, dude, might want to check your connection there, bro." And it's like, well, my connection's fine. Your server is having an issue. But I don't believe in this concept of punishing people because their internet crapped out, It's like if you're not able to verify that a person actually quit the game intentionally, then you have no right to punish them. This idea of punishing players is like, that's like the opposite of good game design, So, that's the game. You know what? They're going to change the maps in 2 minutes. So let me just wait, and then maybe I'll do a couple more. And you're supposed to be able to buy food to get a temporary XP boost and all that. I don't know how to get tickets. I don't know where to get tickets. I'd have to look it up online. I guess I could do maybe like 15 more minutes or so. So while we're waiting for that, I did get the Steam Deck today. Look at this fucking thing. So the Nintendo Switch comes with a dock so you can plug it into the TV, but then you have to buy a case separately. The Steam Deck, they want $90 for the dock, but you get this hefty case, better quality than the $20 or $30 one I bought for the Switch. Now, the Steam Deck itself is fucking huge. So let me just take this out real quick. So now what's happening? Okay. Just so you can see how massive this... You can do weightlifting with this thing. God damn it. So I'm going to do probably a whole episode on just talking about the Steam Deck. I don't know when. Probably not tomorrow. I have plans to go out tomorrow, and then, like I said, I'll be on Sunday Night Shenanigans on Ask Wheels tomorrow night. And then Monday, usually I'm tired from staying up late Sunday night. So, we'll see. I'm thinking maybe I should just keep playing around with the Steam Deck over the weekend. And then on Tuesday, do a stream that just focuses on that. And then I can see how well it can Like, I can try to connect the capture card and see how that goes. And I'm still in the process of just installing different games and testing them to see what it can do. So I did install the Skyrim Special Edition, and by default, it put it on ultra settings, and it was getting, I think, probably around 40 FPS thereabouts. But just by lowering a couple things, like the anti-aliasing and whatnot, I was getting 60 FPS. And I'll tell you, everything looks better than I expected it to so far. I don't have to nerf the settings as much as I thought I would, although it depends on the game. But you have games like Sonic Mania, Streets of Rage 4, where it's like you load it up and it's like, bam, it looks amazing, frame rate is fine. So far Steam Deck is excellent for those types of games that just use the D-pad. Okay, let's do tower control. This is fun. Or at least it can be when your team doesn't suck. Now, all of the games with the green check mark on Steam Deck, those all work, supposedly. I think some of them may require just some minor tweaking. Or you may want to like lower some settings to get higher frame rate, or maybe you'll raise settings and get lower frame rate and not care. So, it's your choice. But the games with the yellow exclamation point, they all work. You just might have to do a little extra finagling or tweaking to, you know, or they may have something where, okay, it's hard to read the text, or you may have to bring up the on-screen keyboard at a certain point. Like that's how that goes. So you can see how in this mode it doesn't matter how much terrain you cover, although it's still important so your teammates can easily get back in the action. Alright, let's get on it, guys. Alright, great. Now I'm gonna get fucking killed, but it's okay. I definitely prefer this over the other modes, though. Even though you have matches where the other team is so good that they immediately push straight to the goal. That does happen. And yeah, and that asshole with the sword, it's like, that's one of the new weapons, and people know how to play dirty with that, let me tell you. Okay, well... I guess this is just one of those matches, they're just gonna push it all the way to the end. Because of Sword Boy. So, yeah, melee weapons can be extremely overpowered in this mode. Yeah. So, Bruh. His name's Bruh. He's a fucking troll. Yeah. With a name like that, you're a fucking troll. Okay. See, now I'm getting tired and I'm getting cranky, because I'm old. These damn whippersnappers. When I was your age, we treated 36-year-olds with respect. Yeah, Sword Boy is pissing me off. But this is what I mean, though. These matches, if it goes into overtime, you could be going well over the 3-minute or 4-minute mark or whatever. But as long as one person's alive, they can get on the tower, and yeah, so they got it. So you have matches like that where it's like, okay, how the fuck are we all in the same rank? So. Two people named Bruh, they must be clan buddies or something. The game doesn't have clans, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm a record score setter. Okay, not that it matters. But obviously I don't want to play with those people again. You know? Oh yeah, well we had this person on our team who obviously wasn't playing. Well, there you go then. Or they quit at the last second? I don't know. But I didn't even get to use my special once that time. Let me see, where's the, Sure, let's try that. Oh, when did I get... Squink wingtips. Alright, those are pretty cool. Those totally fit my ensemble. Okay. So you see that I wanted to change gear, so I had to back all the way out. And I gotta get back in the queue now. But I didn't want to play with those people anyway. Let me just see here. Splatoon 3 rank reset. So exactly. Can someone please clarify this? I'm just on Reddit. Okay. So I don't know. So when the game came out, they put me right into like B or B plus or something based on matches from the second game. Fucking, oh god, Sword Boy. Yeah, fucking Sword Boy. Nerf the sword! It's just like Halo, nerf the sword! Fucking hammer guy. Okay. So this was a shutout. Okay, it's practically a shutout here. So far. All right. So. We started doing better when I stopped playing like shit. What do you know? How about that? I pressed the wrong button. So one thing I haven't really done yet, and I don't really do it that much, is you can teleport straight to a teammate, but the problem is it'll then tell the other team that someone is landing there, and they'll just camp it and just insta-kill you. So, not really worth doing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to counter the sword guy. He's moving around too much. And then they use their special as soon as you jump on it, because of course they do. Meanwhile, I only get my special once. Yeah, this sucks. So, I have no clue how the rankings work in this game. I have no idea why I got knocked back to the bottom tier, and now I'm getting opponents who are clearly not supposed to be in the bottom tier. But the same can be said for every single ranked mode in every single online game ever. You know, nobody really knows how it works. I don't know what metrics they're actually using, and they don't share that with people. So... like, at least now when you play ranked in Halo Infinite, it'll at least tell you what the average matchmaking number is. They won't tell you what the individual numbers are, but they'll at least say, okay, well, you had an average, each team had an average of 700, let's say. It's like, yeah, but that could mean that 2 people are 700, 1 is 400, 1 is 1,000, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that's a good metric to be using. And then if you read reviews for like every Call of Duty game now, all these 1-star reviews from people saying, oh, skill-based matchmaking is terrible. It's giving me people I can't beat. It's making the game too hard or whatever. And it's like, okay, so what you're really saying is you just want to be able to dominate noobs, right? Like, skill-based matchmaking gives you people of similar skill level to you, which means it's actually a fair match. You actually have to try. So I'm sorry if that hurts your kill-death ratio or your win-loss ratio or whatever the fuck, but, you know, you can't say that... you can't just say things that aren't true. Like, it makes it so that other people get to have fun too, right? Other people actually have a chance because they're getting opponents who are similar skill level. I don't know how... oh, one suction bomb just took us all out. Okay. Now at least we're, apparently I'm on the good team this time, so... but apparently that hammer blocks incoming attacks. Seems a bit overpowered to me, but everything seems overpowered when it kills you. And then everything seems underpowered when you're the one trying to use it. So. Oh, okay, I just took 2 of them out. Wow, good for me, huh? Ah. Yeah, this is crazy. So the thing with these... the thing with all these objective-based modes is that you play the objective, you make yourself a target. And he gets the hammer again, or maybe it's a different guy, I don't know, but it's like... the problem is if you keep dying, then you can't get your special, and it's like, well... that's as bad as the stupid killstreak rewards, you know? So it's similar to Call of Duty in that these specials, they're like the killstreak rewards, like they benefit the people who don't need help. Doesn't make sense. You know, when your special move is performance-based, then some people are never going to be able to use theirs, and other people are going to get to use theirs 3-4 times. So then maybe that's an opportunity to look at for the next game. But, you know, whatever. So, I'm never going to get out of C- at the rate I'm going. And I refuse to believe that some of the people I'm up against are also supposed to be in C-. What time is it now? Now it's 11:15. Alright, this will be the last one. Just so you can see a different map. So I like that tower mode, but apparently everybody else does too. And there are specific loadouts that work better than others, I guess. So yeah, you gotta learn the modes to figure out which weapons are best or your play style and all that. So like the weapon I'm using now, I figured as if somebody's standing on the tower, I just have to shoot in their general direction. But now in Turf War, I should have swatched out because this is not really good for Turf War. At least not for controlling turf. Yeah. These sword people are really pissing me off. Yeah, every person on the other team got their special already. I think that was pretty well played. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you hit him from behind, then you can get him. Okay. Yeah. But sometimes you'll get killed by somebody who has, like, all of their gear is fully leveled up, and they have, like, some of the best abilities in the game, and it's like, yeah, clearly you have a lot more patience than I do. So because this weapon has a high damage radius at the end, and it's got decent range, high damage, high accuracy, of course, it just eats your ink reserves. So I think we're getting dominated right now. I don't know. It's really hard to tell, but let me just go over here and take care of this. Yeah, so I only get like maybe 10 shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I think I get about 10 or 12 shots thereabouts. I threw that right into the explosion there. Okay. So yeah, this gun is not good at taking terrain at all. And I know people were complaining about it at launch, so I'm sure it got nerfed or something. Yeah, see, I want that, like, metal Mad Max armor or whatever the hell that is. That looks awesome, but apparently it's amiibo only or something. Alright, so it is now 11:20. I've been streaming for 90 minutes. And I think I've covered everything you need to know about this game. I could see myself streaming this again going forward. And just keep doing multiplayer matches. That's what people on Twitch seem to like, so... This is the only, like, online multiplayer game I could see myself really playing on a regular basis. I used to play Call of Duty a long time ago, and I do not want to get back into that toxic cesspool. And I don't want to give money to Activision. I just don't. And Battlefield 2042, yeah, I tried it during the beta, and it was awful. It was a glitchy mess that they should be ashamed of. And maybe they've fixed some of the issues by now, and yeah, now it's on Game Pass, but you know what? Your product needs to be finished before you release it. So, anyways. Alright. I'm done. that was today's stream. So the plan is to do a stream completely focused on the Steam Deck next week, probably Tuesday. Okay, see ya.